So I've talked before about Fleabag, both on like my TikToks and an actual YouTube video breaking it down. Basically, the TLDR of all that is I feel like it's not going to pass with the priest and her because he saw her. And my main like reason to say that is because she spent that entire season. She had a family, she had a support system, yes, kind of flimsy. She had a best friend, but nobody saw. And she had all these men that she was dating, but nobody else saw when she would break the fourth wall. I also, and I didn't talk about this on any of the videos, but I also thought that the fact that he shared with her while they were in the garden this whole thing about the fox, that I thought that that was him allowing her into his world, right? So he saw her, he was the only one who saw her, and he allowed her into his world. I just watched a video from a YouTube creator called Lindsay Young, and this is the first video of hers that I've ever seen, and I'm like hooked now. She also points out that her interpretation of the whole fox thing isn't just that it it was his demons that he was running from that he had let her in on, but also that it was his version of the fourth wall. It was his, like, she calls it a coping mechanism. That's what she calls Fleabag's fourth wall breaks too. And I don't know if I agree necessarily, but my point is she argues that she doesn't actually think that the fox is there. The fox shows up twice. Once we don't see it, but they see it, and we know that they do. The second time we do see it all the way at the end after the it'll pass moment has already happened. She argues that the fox wasn't there. It is just something that he and she sees, is that the right subject verb agreement, together because they're kindred spirits. And that just makes my heart break so much more, because not only was he the only person who could really see all of her, and that was my whole thesis in my YouTube video about why Fleabag is amazing. Not only was he letting her into his whole self, but also she is the one kindred spirit, her word not mine, her meaning Lindsay Young, that he could maybe have. And that just makes it all the more heartbreaking. And I don't disagree with how it ended. I think it's a beautiful ending, but I think that just makes it even more heartbreaking because they really were a match, and they really were two of a kind, and they just figured it'll pass.